This is the Reds POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Cincinnati Reds. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Reds POSTCAST, part of the Locked On Reds Podcast Network. My name is Tim Daniel. I've been covering the Cincinnati Reds in podcast form for 5 years at publications such as Late Night Reds and The Riverfront. If you are just checking me out for the first time, what a night to come hang out with me, because the Reds finally won a game, and they won it in interesting fashion, to say the least, is a 13-9 victory tonight over the Houston Astros. If you're checking me out for the first time, I'm here after every single Reds game. You can also check out my good friends Jeff Carr and Stephen Offenbaker Monday through Friday here on Locked On Reds. Our episode today is brought to you by FanDuel. Right now, new customers will get $200 in bonus bets when your first $5 bet wins. On today's show, like I said, we got a win. We got one. Heck yeah, it happened. We witnessed it. The Reds have a first inning ambush on Lance McCullers Jr. to get 10 runs in the first inning to set the tone for the game, though it does get interesting from there. Connor Joe has a nice Reds debut, and that was really fun to watch, so we're going to talk about him as well. And how about the bullpen today, stepping up when it wasn't Brady Singer's day? So this is going to be a really fun night. And of course, I want to hear from you guys. I want to get your thoughts on the game. We got a fun one tonight. We have a lot to get through. So let's go ahead and let's get started.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Let's talk about the first inning, because that was insanity. Now, it's really funny because it was almost like John Sadek had predicted this was going to happen if you watch the TV broadcast, because he mentions right at the beginning of the game, the couple of years ago when the Astros came to GABP, and the Reds scored 9 runs in an inning on them. And he was kind of like, yeah, he's like, it's the most they've had an inning in Reds history. And it's right before the game starts. And the first inning tonight, they score 10. So first two batters being Friedel and McLain walk. Elly hits a 3-run homer right after that. You're feeling pretty good. Lance McCullers definitely looks like he's out of place. Now, remind you, this is his second start in like 3 years, I think they said. He started just the other day and had a 3 2/3 innings outing. So looks obviously trying to get back to pitching at the major league level. And then from there, Gavin Lux grounds out. Tyler Stevenson comes up. Then the scoring starts again. Tyler Stevenson, RBI single. Will Benson, RBI double for his first major league hit of the season. TJ Friedel, RBI single. Bases are loaded. Matt McLain, RBI walk. Elly comes up, has a ground out, and Gavin Lux tops it off with a 2 RBI single. That was really, really fun. And you're thinking, all right, this is going to be pretty nice. This is going to be a good day for the Redlegs. And to finally have that when this offense has been sputtering. Last night they scored no runs. Last night they had 4 hits. They needed a rally like that. And granted, I know the game got a little too close for comfort towards the end there, but it was nice to kind of see them have that little stretch there when, gosh, they really needed it. To see Elly get that home run when we've been talking about the fact he hasn't had one in a while, and he had some meh at-bats later in the game, obviously. Also, I thought the RBI ground out, he smoked that ball on the ground, of course, but brought a run in. And then you get like Matt McLain, who we've also been waiting for to kind of have a nice moment, gets a home run as well in the third inning, that 2-runner to make it 12-1. And for those two guys, if you can get one of them to keep going, get this going, then that can really change everything for this team. You get both of them, God only knows how things go for this team. But just a great, excellent start to the day. Wonderful first inning, unlike any other. I think that, obviously takes the cake. And getting the Astros to use their pen. We have one more game against them tomorrow. And again, the Reds use a lot of their pen too. But that was really, really fun. And I think we all just needed it. We all needed a little bit of a and then, of course, we get to the game getting really, really interesting from there. The Astros be the Astros, make a nice comeback to it. The Reds had to fiend off some plays there as well. And they had to get some moments in there as well. Connor Joe has to get the RBI, which we're going to talk about him in the next segment, to kind of hold them off a little bit. And the bullpen has to have their big days. But at the end of the day, for that, you'll take a Reds win. It's an absolutely beautiful day for the Reds on that one. much needed. Now you have a chance to win the series tomorrow before you come home for the White Sox and the Guardians. So love to see it. Absolutely happy with it all, and really couldn't be happier. So let's go ahead and let's see what we got going on. Patrick says right here, Benson, all caps, lots of exclamation points. I love it. Dave, why do even the winds feel funky? It was a weird one for sure. We have Elishiva Jones. Forgive me if I mispronounce your name. It's a great day when the Trash Does lose. Man, the Astros hit more pitches than were balls and strikes from Jacob Jensen. That's an interesting stat. I didn't even notice that. And we have from our friend Brixington, won finally a win. Yes, I know that won 2 games ago against the Braves, but that feels like forever ago. Joey S. Hayes got the day off. He did pinch hit later in the game, but yeah, he didn't really have a whole lot to brought for the game. So a big day for the Reds, a nice W. We will absolutely take it. Yeah, Johnny, I agree. I mean, I was happy to see them add on after the 10 run first inning. 10-8 would have made me nervous. Yeah, absolutely. But hey, I got to do the whole ad thing here in a second, but when I come back, we got to talk about Connor Joe, because Connor Joe, who I was being honest, like if you listen to last night's show after the game, I kind of put him in the state of Ty France and Austin Slater and all these guys that would come to the team out of the blue. But he had a nice debut. So we're going to talk about that here right after this. The NBA playoffs are in full swing. Go Cavs. And every night delivers highlight-worthy performances, major momentum shifts, Donovan Mitchell, and can't miss moments. Whether it's a game-winning shot or a breakout player, there's never a better time to get in on the action. FanDuel makes it easy to stay in the game before tip-off and live. With player props, performance trends, and same-game parlays, fans have way more than ever to play smart and win big. Guys, my Cavs got a big win last night. They're looking to tie the series tomorrow night against the Pacers, and I like my guy, Evan Mobley, the defensive player of the year, over 27.5 points plus rebounds at -108. I feel like with Miles Turner a little banged up, Mobley might have a chance to really take full advantage of this game, and really he's the most talented player on the floor for sure. So you can check FanDuel for current playoff odds and player props to include as well. If you're new to FanDuel, it's the perfect time to sign up. Head to FanDuel and place your first $5 bet. If it wins, you'll have $200 in bonus bets. Make every moment more with FanDuel, the official betting partner of the NBA. Did you know that your Fire TV is also an Xbox? But what if you're like me and have a PlayStation controller? Not to worry, because if you can pad it, you can use it. Turn any TV into your gaming entertainment hub with Fire TV Stick 4K devices, no console required. Just grab your paired controller, subscribe or sign into Xbox Game Pass Unlimited with EA Play included, and you're ready to play. Dive into hundreds of premium titles. I don't know. MLB The Show, College Football 25, Call of Duty, you name it, they have it there. As easily as you stream your favorite shows. It's gaming made simple, and it's all on your TV. Latest technology for elevated playing with Wi-Fi 6, 6E, auto low latency mode, advanced technology. Fire TV Stick 4K delivers smoother, more responsive gameplay with lightning fast feeds you need to stay competitive. Endless entertainment with 4K streaming. Watch more than 1.5 million movies and TV shows from your favorite subscribed services like Netflix, Prime Video, Disney Plus, Max, and more. For me, I love gaming. It's my favorite thing to do on my free time, my very little free time when between being a dad, a husband, and doing this. But when I do get to do it, I'm all over it. And Game Pass on Fire TV makes it super easy for me. So head to Amazon.com/Fire TV locked on to get started. Xbox Game Pass subscription and compatible controller required. Available on select devices, including Fire TV Stick 4K 2nd Gen, Fire TV Stick 4K Max 1st and 2nd Gen, and Fire TV Cube 3rd Gen. Thank you all for hanging out with me on the Reds Postcast tonight as we celebrate a victory for the Cincinnati Reds. If you are just checking us out for the first time, thank you so much. Be sure to subscribe to us, whether it's on your podcast app of choice or on YouTube, and you can take us with you everywhere, free of charge. No paywalls here. Josh. Don't say that. Don't say that. We don't need those bad vibes going into tonight. We need to have some fun. Tonight was a very fun night. and I want to make sure we enjoy it. We don't talk about tomorrow and how they're not going to score any runs because they scored this. If they had let up and the Astros came back, we probably would have been like, man, I wish they had scored more runs tonight. So let's enjoy. Let's woosah. Let's enjoy it. We haven't had a good week of Reds fans, so we're going to enjoy tonight. We're going to have some fun tonight. We're going to celebrate a victory tonight. And we're going to talk about when the Reds really put this game away.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Funny enough, even though he got thrown out at second base on this play, I felt like Connor Joe's RBI single that, by God, he got thrown out by a mile, trying to stretch it to a double to make it 13-8, really helped out a ton with this game, just kind of giving that little extra cushion. So last night, I compared Connor Joe to a laundry list of Reds players they had traded for in the middle of the season that were kind of the Ahmed Rosarios, the Austin Slaters, the Ty Francis, the Mike Fords, you name them. I mean, we've had so many of these just like plug-in guys. For every Brandon Drury, there has been one of those guys I just named. To put it nicely, it's been awful. But first night on the job, Connor Joe did his thing. Goes 2 for 4, has the RBI that I mentioned. He has a walk. He scores a run. Wasn't the best fielder by any means. Where, don't get me wrong, Brady Singer was getting hit pretty hard. But Benson and Joe did not help him very much in the outfield. But what he did do is he did get some nice at-bats in. And the thing you kept hearing during the pregame show and his interview that he did with Jim Day was just kind of, hey, he's going to give you a big league at-bat. He's going to give you a big league at-bat. And he's going to be competitive. And he did that. I mean, mind you, he normally doesn't play very well against right-handed pitching. He hits pretty well against lefties, actually, for his career. But he did do a pretty good job of that as well. Chris says, why do you feel like Connor Joe could be in a commercial for Trader Joe's? I hope he is. I mean, especially he was a former Reds Rule 5 pick that was traded and returned, and he's been through it all. He's played for the Rockies. He's played for the Cardinals. He's played for a lot of stuff. Yeah, Larry, for sure. He looked aggressive out there. He looked like a guy who was trying to like belong on a new ball club that's trying to kind of find their way. And right here, Pierce says it too. He's better than the Blake Dodds. He's better than the Jacob Hurtabeses. So if he's getting more at-bats, I think I saw Brandon Kamick posted this somewhere earlier. If he's getting more big league at-bats, that means those guys are getting less ones. So want to make sure we give Connor Joe some love. Welcome to the Reds. Great first night on the gig. Keep it up because this offense needs something. And hey, when we get back from this last outlet for the day, how about the bullpen stepping up big tonight? Let's get to that here in just a second and give them their love as well. Whether you're gearing up for a back-to-back meetings, shuffling kids back and forth to activities, or tackling an endless to-do list, your morning sets the tone for it all. That's why I should start with the perfect cup of coffee created just for you. Enter Trade. Trade is the #1 coffee destination in the U.S., delivering fresh, incredible coffee from over 50 of the country's top roasters. Whether you're a cold brew fan or a pour-over purist, they've got a roast you'll love. I took Trade's quiz. It took me a minute, and the first bag they sent me was spot on. The coffee's fresh, smelled amazing, and it ruined grocery store coffee for me in the best way. And right now, Trade is exclusively offering our customers 50% off your first 1-month trial at drinktrade.com/lockedonmlb. That's TRADE.com/lockedonmlb for 50% off your first 1-month trial. drinktrade.com/lockedonmlb. And a night like tonight, when the Reds are kind of doing their thing, it's really hard to come down to one locked-on player of the game. And I'm sure you guys could throw multiple names at me that have a great case as well. But I went a little different here.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
I went TJ Friedl. TJ Friedl really set the tone tonight. I thought he had a really good game. He has the walk to start the game that leads to the McLain walk, that leads to the Eliak. He has 3 hits tonight, 2 walks, 3 runs scored, knocked a run in. I thought he was awesome. His OPS is now on the good side of 750. So we have that going for us as well. Yeah, he was tremendous. I mean, you can make the case for McLain scoring 3 runs. You can make the case for Elly knocking in 4 runs, even though he went 1 for 5. You can make the case for Tyler Stevenson, who had 2 really nice hits tonight as well. Or you can make the case for some of these bullpen guys, because we're going to talk about that as well here in just a second. So as I said, wasn't Brady Singer's day. That ERA imploded. Doesn't even get through the third inning, gives up 7 runs, made a game far more interesting than it had to be. But, man. And also, let's talk about this. This bullpen is taxed. These are guys who have been pitching a lot lately. They've had to kind of do the shuffling guys up and down kind of thing a little bit. They've had to kind of do a few more, bring in guys that they probably didn't want to pitch in situations they didn't want to. And everyone's kind of doing their thing. Everyone's really stepped up. Graham Ashcraft had a really rough week going into today. Was awesome for just about 2 innings. So Lyon Richardson starts it out with an inning and 2/3 and looks decent. I mean, I think you couldn't ask for much more from Lyon Richardson than what you're getting right now. Scott Barlow struggles, and that's when it's concerned, right? Because he gets through 1 out. So you're a little nervous. Graham Ashcraft comes in, inning 2/3, 4 strikeouts. Boom. Luis May. I don't know how you can't just be fired up about Luis May right now. Also a guy you can maybe make a case for player of the game. Perfect ending with a strikeout. 100-mile-an-hour sinker. Just filthy. Tony Santillan comes in, gets 2 strikeouts in his inning, and then Emilio Pagan wraps it up. Does give up a run, but you can live with that when the score is what it is. So the bullpen overall going 6 2/3 innings of 2-run baseball when they were kind of had the pinch. It's pretty huge when this team needs a lot right now. So for guys like Ashcraft, for guys like Richardson to kind of hold the fort, it was great. And the Reds absolutely need this. This is a win that you just need it for the morale. You need it for the good vibes. So shout out to all those guys for stepping up because Lord knows they needed it. And I'm going to be really interesting to see how this plays out with the rest of the bullpen now before the off day tomorrow. I assume they probably have enough guys to go, but we shall see. But I think we can go ahead and we can put a bow on tonight. The Cincinnati Reds are victorious. The rare times we can say that these days. Over the Houston Astros 13-9. The Reds 13 runs on 12 hits, no errors. The Astros 9 runs on 14 hits, no errors. Your winning pitcher tonight is Graham Ashcraft. He is now 3-3. Your losing pitcher is Lance McCullers Jr. He is now 0-1. And tomorrow on Mother's Day, the Redlegs are back at it in Houston for the finale of this series at 2:10 p.m. Eastern. Chase Petty gets the ball for the Reds, of course, for his second career big league start. I have to imagine it's going to go better than the first one did. Fingers crossed, right? He'll be going against old Ronel Blanco of the Astros. He's 2-3 with a 4.98 ERA. So I'll be back here tomorrow afternoon. No, by the way, I want to make sure I mention this. Shout out to the guys over at Rough Sleeper, good band. My good friend Joey Gaditz's band. They sent me a t-shirt to show some love. So I want to make sure I give you some love. Check them out on your musical app of choice, whether it's Apple Music, Spotify, they're on there. Give them some love and check them out. I know they're recording right now too. So they might have a new album out this year. So those guys north of the border are killing it. Big fans of them. And hopefully you guys can check them out as well. I'm Tim Daniel. Thank you all so much for a fun night. I will see you all tomorrow, hopefully celebrating a series win.